Hi guys, and welcome to Coffee with My Sunshine. Thanks so much for coming by for another DIY. And if this is your first time here, thanks so much for popping in. I would love for you to consider subscribing and becoming part of my YouTube family. So for today's DIYs, I thought we would do another winter type set of projects. I really like doing these because even though it's only November, it has been snowing like crazy here, so I'm feeling in the winter cozy mood, and I thought some of you might be feeling the same way. So I thought I would do a few of these winter projects for you, and it ended up turning into 6 different projects, actually 5 and then one teeny tiny one. But I had a lot of fun doing these, so I hope you enjoy watching, and I hope you make some of these. And I thought I would show you what it looks like outside my window today. It is so cold. I think it's only in the 20s. And so far tonight we've got about 8 inches, I believe. But real quick, for my antique candle company lovers, I wanted to let you know I will be getting a coupon code for you very, very soon here. And when I do, I will throw that in my description box along with my link. So be sure to check those out. They have their amazing holiday and seasonal scents out right now. Things like Good Tidings, Christmas Day, Peppermint, Tree Farm, Mama's Kitchen. So many yummy candles. And they are putting them in the cutest little jars and antique containers. So like I said, be sure to check them out and don't miss out on the coupon code. It doesn't last very long. And if you order some, I hope you enjoy your farmhouse candles. So anyway, let's get started on these projects. The first one, I'm going to be repurposing a DIY that I did in the fall. I will link that video in the cards if you're interested in seeing that. So for this one, I just took the pumpkin off and was going to replace it with this snowman that I got from the Dollar Tree. And my original thought was to erase the word thankful that I put on with these chalkboard markers. But I'm guessing since it's been on there since, September, that it's not going to come off now. So I had to rethink my idea, and I thought instead of writing a new word, I would just make it look like the snowman was sitting on a mound of snow. So I just kind of drew the outline that I wanted, and I'm going to be filling that in with chalk paint. And then here I'm just going to paint the snowman. And this is all preference. This is just how I wanted my little guy to look. I used chalk paint on his body. And then I'm using a little bit of this orange acrylic paint. And then for his scarf and hat, I'm just going to be using this wrapping paper that I got from Walmart. And me being lazy, I just thought I would kind of do like press down on where the scarf is and do like an impression so I could just cut around that. And then I'm going to Mod Podge it to the snowman. And I think it looks super cute. And then onto the hat, I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the scarf and just kind of press on it until it leaves an impression in the wrapping paper, and then I will cut around it. And then same here, I'm just using some Mod Podge and attaching the hat. And for mine, I wanted the little like brim part to be different, so I thought I would use this scrap piece of sweater material that I had. And I'm just tracing where the like brim part of the hat is. And then same thing as I did with the wrapping paper, I'm just going to cut it out, and this I'm going to hot glue just because the sweater material is thicker and I thought it would hold better. And then this is a trick I learned from a lot of my subscribers when using Mod Podge and like a paper material, is just to take some sandpaper and sand down the edges, you know, like where the excess kind of hangs over, and it leaves like a perfect line. So thank you guys for helping me out with the Mod Podge. And then for the ball of the hat, I used the same sweater material. And then for the eyes, I was really scared to do this because I didn't want to screw the snowman up after all that work. But I used one of those round, tiny sponge brushes and made the eyes, and then just a regular tiny paintbrush to make the mouth. And then because I thought he looked kind of plain on the board, I'm going to add little sticks that I got from my yard, and I'm just going to hot glue those on. And after attaching the snowman with hot glue, it kind of looked like the mound of snow was just a bigger bottomed snowman, I guess. So I wanted it to look like the ground, so I just kind of evened out the snow that he was sitting on. And I think it turned out kind of cute. For this next one, I'm just using some old books that I had painted for other projects and kind of torn apart for other projects. And I'm just using that same cloth that I used on my last winter DIY video. I can link that above in the cards if you'd like. It's also listed in my winter DIY playlist. So I'm just taking that and cutting it to size, and then just going to Mod Podge it to the book. And I just did the binding part and a little on the front and back of the books. I didn't want it completely covered. And then for this one, because I didn't want to use that same material, I thought I would draw on some lines. And I couldn't find my ruler, so these lines aren't going to be very straight, but I recommend using a ruler if you have one. And then same here, I just kind of free-handed it. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. You can do these projects however you would like and however they would fit into your decor. They're just ideas. And then I'm just going to take some twine. This is from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just wrapping it around the books. For this next one, I am using some bells from the Dollar Tree and these paints. And here's my dog Bella. She's always here when I'm doing projects, especially when I'm on the floor. So the paints I'm using are this brown, this rose gold color, and gold, because I want the bells to look rusty. I saw these at Walmart, and I also saw them online. May have been Pottery Barn, can't remember. So some of them I did just the rusty color. There's going to be a couple that I'm doing white and then adding the rusty look around the edges and the top. And for this, I'm just using those little round sponge brushes and chalk paint for the white ones, and the other paints are just acrylic. And then here I'm just taking some brown paint. I didn't even rinse off the white chalk paint. Guess I was feeling really lazy when I was doing these. But it worked out fine. And I'm just taking the brown and rose gold along the edges just to give it a rusty look. And then I'm going to do it on the top part and then add a little bit around the stars. And then because I'm going to be attaching these to the books, I'm going to use a little bit of twine on the bells. And then for the brown ones, after they dried and you can handle them without removing the paint, I just took a tiny paintbrush and filled in the spots that those sponge brushes couldn't get to. I'm just filling them in with the brown paint. And then here's what these look like tied together, and I'm just going to add one white bell and one of the rusty bells. Oh, and let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing a Christmas decorate with me. Oh, here's what they look like all finished. I think they look really cute, especially with the bells on there. And for this tray, this is a Goodwill find that I showed in my haul a week or two ago. I can list that in the cards above. And then I'm just going to put this little sign on here. My husband printed these out for me. Oh, let me know if you guys would be interested. I still have to talk to my husband about this. I'm not sure if it's even doable, but let me know if you guys would be interested when I use things like this that he's printed out. If you guys would be interested in maybe purchasing them if I opened my Etsy shop. I have tons of ideas for an Etsy shop. I just don't know if people would actually want to buy this stuff. But right now, let me know if you guys would want to buy like just the lettering that I showed you on the tape. Like that's how it would come, and then you could just apply it to, you know, whatever you wanted, whether it's like a sign or a tray or a plate. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And then for this DIY, this is that tiny little one I was talking about. It really isn't anything. I just saw these on the Pottery Barn website. They were little Jingle Bell napkin rings, and they were just bells with twine on them. So I thought I would show you because I think they had them for like 18 bucks, and I thought for a little bit of twine and Dollar Tree bells, you could have the same look. You could even upgrade to better twine if you wanted. But I always want to share ideas that I see where you can save money. So here's the projects all finished. I was really happy with how they turned out, and they were a lot of fun to do. I'm liking doing these winter DIYs. And I'm sorry for the lighting. It gets so dark so early now. And I really count on the natural light coming in for my DIYs because I have like kind of yellow lighting in the house. So as always, let me know what you guys think and which one is your favorite. That ski lodge sign is one that I made in a previous video. I can link if you guys are interested. Again, let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing a Christmas decorate with me video. Also, if you'd be interested in purchasing some of the vinyl lettering for signs or whatever. And I hope you all have a fantastic week. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!